right now. The last question in the chat box. You have the amazing Sophia, Ali, and Mary Elizabeth, the incredible team behind August of 22.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you both for taking time out and doing the show. I appreciate it.
Of course, we're so excited to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. So the first question I want to ask is, Ali, like Ali, right? Not Ali.
Yeah, Ali.
What inspired you to want to write the film and make it, and you also star in it too? Like that's a lot of work.
Yeah, you know, it honestly, like at the time, didn't even really feel like work because I was just so in love, and I still am so in love with it. But it was definitely a lot of hats to wear. What inspired the film, honestly, was like my own misadventures of being a young, dumb, optimistic, romantic 20-something. I think I was really going through it myself. So I like to say that, you know, the film writing, it all started in like my diary entries and my personal life. And then I was writing everything at the time. So yeah, it was just what inspired it was my life and the people around me and all the feelings that I was having and desperately needing to kind of process.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so, Fia, like this is your first film that you're directing. Like, why did you want to jump on board for the film?
Well, Ali showed me her script back in 2019. Originally just to get some eyes on it, just to get some notes. And I just related so much to it, not just Cal, but like many of the characters. And it was a movie that I've always wanted to, like the type of movie that I've always thought about making. And you know, when she asked me to come on as a director, it was a scary thought because it's a feature. And I've done shorts before and, you know, student films, but the scale of a feature felt really scary. But I really wanted to help her tell it. And I thought, okay, why not? Might as well. And now I have my first feature directorial, you know, credit under my belt. And that's awesome.
I mean, no, that really is. And anyone can take the next question is like, can you tell us what the film is for anyone who don't know what it is yet?
Yeah. So the film follows Cal, who's a floundering New York actress. And she does accidentally fall in love with her best friend's girlfriend, which kind of sets off a slew of misadventures and neglect of her own relationships and her own kind of career goals in efforts to get closer to Emily.
Okay. So what did you like most about playing Cal?
Like most, you know, she's so kind of painful to play in many ways because it's heartbreaking to watch her struggle so deeply, and she rarely wins in the film. She has very few little wins that kind of keep her going. The most fun part of playing Cal, I would say honestly, was working with the most amazing group of actors. You know, Jorge Felipe Guevara, they played Bobby, and working with them was, you know, a dream come true. So all of those scenes where they're like really playing and they're eating spring rolls together and sipping boba together and laughing and joking and then also fighting, like all of it just felt so natural and real, and really scratched that itch for human connection for sure. And then of course getting to play opposite against Lily Kay as Emily and Clay Singer as Jacob, I mean, beyond them being complete and total heartthrobs in their own ways, they're immensely talented. So just getting to like live and play within those circumstances and being so in love with them and in love with everyone around me was very delicious as an actor.
Nice. And this is for the both of you. Like, I know you can't really tell a lot about the film, but is there a scene that you both like most?
Yes, Sophie, you want to take it first?
Sure. I love, it's technically multiple scenes, but it's this whole sequence in the East Village in New York between Emily and Cal. It's very dreamy, it's very 20s, it's very female and like feminine, and I love it. And I feel like, you know, it was what we tackled when we did the proof of concept for the film, and honestly, like, it didn't really change that much from the proof of concept because it was just so, like, you know, jumped right off the page, and it was so fully realized in the proof of concept. Just like running around the East Village with like my dinky little DSLR and you know, an NYU student doing sound. And it was so fun. And then just like carrying that energy to the set with like actual equipment and, you know, a full crew. It was very fun. And yeah.
Oh yes, and for me, definitely that sequence was just really special. We had used it for the proof of concept, especially because that scene in particular really has like a beginning, middle, and end that we got to explore in terms of like where Cal starts and where Cal ends in her relationship with Emily. Definitely a turning point for them. So that was fun to act and fun to shoot. And then my other favorite, my other favorite scene is this scene at the end with Cal and Jacob. There's this like 9-minute take where they're really exploring all the unsaid between them. And it's the first time they've been alone together in a very long time. So what happens when you finally give them the privacy that Cal has been waiting for the entire movie? So getting to play that was really fun.
Nice. And again, this is for the both of you. Was there any funny or cool stories from the set?
Emmy, why don't you talk about our first day shooting?
So the first day we all woke up, got to set, first day bushy-tailed, bright-eyed, very excited to make a movie. And we were probably like 2 hours into the day, and we were shooting at a friend's apartment. And the owner of the building came in and was like, "You have to get out of here. Like, you cannot be here." Because we were an indie film, we took our liberties with permits and approvals and things like that, you know, very much ask for forgiveness, not permission type of attitude. And so we were kicked out of our first location on the first day, and it was going to be one of our main set pieces as well. So we kind of all just sat down, and it, you know, it wasn't as discouraging as I'm sure at the time we were all very stressed and upset about it, but it wasn't a moment where we were like, "Oh no, this isn't going to happen." It was a moment that we were all like, "Oh, we've solved problems together before. Like, we can do that again here." And we all, our DP, our AD, and all three of us figured out a solution pretty quickly and picked it right back up the next day.
Wow. Nice. And, so I see the film was shown on a recent film fest, and what are you hoping like fans take from the film that actually are seeing it?
So
I think a thing that whenever this question has been asked, I love that Cal is not perfect, and like makes mistakes. And as a recovering perfectionist, I really relate to that. And what I appreciate about this film, our film, is that there's an opportunity in her friendship with Bobby to take responsibility, to ask for forgiveness, to make up for those mistakes. And I just really appreciate that. And I hope that other recovering perfectionists, see that and, you know, learn something from it.
Definitely, definitely. And this question is nothing to do with the film, but I always like to ask my guests this, like, are there any, what is your go-to karaoke song if you were doing a karaoke night?
Ooh, I've actually been thinking a lot about this recently. And I don't have an origin for why, but I think I'm really, really into You're So Vain by Carly Simon these days. Like
Yeah.
that song just slaps. Like it came on my like Spotify radio the other day, and obviously everyone knows You're So Vain. But the lyrics, like he walks into the party like he was walking onto a yacht. Like, they just slap so hard. And I'm like, I want to play in that song so badly. So that's mine, definitely.
I don't know. I don't know if I have a go-to. I love singing my end of the night number, which is Chasing Pavements by Adele. But you can't start the night with that because it's a downer. But, you know, when it's like there's 3 people in the karaoke room, you're like, all right, time for some slow ones. But also Mary Elizabeth's partner had like a pop punk karaoke night, and that was like so much fun.
Oh,
We did
sweet.
a lot of Blink-182.
I love them. They're so good.
Which
Yeah.
is my go-to. First Date by Blink-182 is my go-to karaoke song.
Oh, that's awesome. Nice. And I will ask like one more question. I know you are busy and on the press call and all that. Another question that I ask for fun is I'm a big horror movie fan. Are there any horror films that you like watching?
Yes, I think all 3 of us love horror films. Allie actually just
Oh, okay.
produced a horror feature that's going to be coming out next year or this year, hopefully.
year.
I think that I really I love Jordan Peele, but I loved Get Out, but I love Us. Like I thought that Us
That's
was
really good.
incredible, like modern uh horror thriller. I just thought it was fantastic. So that's just the first thing that came to mind was that.
So yeah, I would say my favorite horror film right now is Alan at Night, directed by Jesse Swenson, written by him, and produced by me. It's coming out this year and hopefully going to be doing the festival circuit. But then a film I'm not a part of. I mean, Midsommar just scratches an itch for me. Like I don't know why I'm so itchy in this interview. It's the second time I've said that. Midsommar is just so decadent and gorgeous and
Definitely.
freaky. So definitely Midsommar for me.
Okay. Okay.
I love the classics. I think that the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is truly one of the most unsettling movies ever.
Oh
And
my God, yes.
how dare, similar to Midsommar, like how dare you make the daylight scary? It's only supposed to be nighttime. But I also love The Lighthouse, which I guess is kind of more of a thriller, but I just think it's like so beautifully made. And Willem Dafoe in that was absolutely robbed of a nomination. Wait, that's The Lighthouse, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I just like make up this name? But I just think it's like so. His performance is so. It stuck with me. I was just like terrified of him. Yeah.
Nice. Well, I want to thank you all for coming on. It was really nice meeting you all and chatting, and good luck with the film at the film festivals.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for